Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be replicating Iridium using the replicator from Industrial Craft 2. Alright, so today I have a bit of stuff to tell you guys. I did a bunch of stuff off camera because I know a lot of this stuff is just crafting. So I went ahead and made a macerator, or a macerator, depends on how you say it. I always say it differently. An ore washing plant, which I have not actually went over yet. You just need to give this thing water. And I'll kind of explain what this thing does once I go back to the overworld and check out my ore miner. But we have a metal former and stuff, and this is all automating the production of these fuel rods. So we can keep these things running. So as you can see here, they were all depleted. This one I just refilled to get it up and running again, but here's all your depleted. There's 38 depleted fuel rods. And we can use these. We pull one out. There are uses for them. So we can get uranium out of it and tiny piles of plutonium out of this. And plutonium is something you get from, what is it used for, plutonium? It's used to make the MOX nuclear fuel, which I'm guessing is a, like, higher tier fuel? Not sure. I've not actually used that, so all this is me learning, but I figured I could figure out how to automate this stuff. And then again, we used the mechanical crafters here, which work flawlessly. They work so good. Over here, underneath, we have conduits that are running, and this is coming out of the ore washing plant right here. We get a few other stuff, and that way it can go in here, and we only get a couple items that need to be pumped in here. We get the tiny piles, and we get the uranium. And it's going to make the enriched fuel. And the enriched gets pumped over here. It goes in this section, and it automatically gets pulled in here. So that's something we need to know. I went ahead and made a scanner, which you're going to need a scanner. So go ahead and make sure you have that. You're going to need a pattern storage, which we already made that. That's how we got into the nuclear age. And then you're going to need the replicator. Now, these are all... The replicator probably has one of the most expensive recipes. So, take a look at the replicator recipe. So it requires the teleporters. I did already have a teleporter, and I've already made one before. It just requires these advanced circuits, and that's basically the only expensive thing about it. That and the advanced machine, but that's just not expensive, it's just time consuming. Reinforced glass requires advanced alloy and some glass, so that's pretty easy. We've already made reinforced stone, so I showed you how to make that. And then the HV transformer, which is just the tiered up from the MV transformer. So we have all that. That's not hard. It just requires an electronic circuit, blah blah. Okay, so all that good stuff. The scanner is not hard to make. We can go ahead and show you that. There's the scanner. It's not too bad. Okay, requires a illuminator, but that's really nothing that's expensive. So these electric motors aren't expensive. The reinforced glass, it's all the same. But yeah, so we have the scanner, we have the pattern. The scanner is going to be used for the pattern storage. What we do have to make, though, is the crystal disk. Or the disk. Right, let's go to IC2. We've made it before for the recipe. Where is it at? This right here. Crystal disk memory raw. We have to make that so we can make the crystal disk. So we're going to have to go back. We'll have to remember to do that. We're going to need to do that. We're also going to need to make some iridium. Because we're going to put those shards together. Because that's what we're going to try and duplicate today. I don't know if we have enough of the UU matter. But it's been running overnight. And we have a bucket and almost a bucket and a half worth. I was told to make these energy storage upgrades. So I made 20 of them. And it looks like it's still building up in here, so it does work. So you do get a bunch of storage, and that's probably going to be useful. That way I can just keep this all compact. I don't have to have any kind of transformer in here. But this thing's looking good. I need to get some more iron, so I'll need to remember that. Bring some iron over here. I'll put the iron inside these guys. These are automatically making the fuel rods, and then whenever the fuel rods are filled up, it will start pumping them into here. And then I have, on top of here, a counting filter, which is kind of new to me. So it only puts 38 in here, because we have 19, and 19's 38. So That's what we need. This guy has been working all night. Speaking of that, we probably have some uranium ore in here. So let's just throw this uranium ore and I'll show you what it does. It may take a little while. So it's going to go through here. Then it's going to come over into the ore washing plant. This takes a little while, but we do have overclocker upgrades. And when this is done, it's going to go into our thermal centrifuge. And thus, it's going to produce all this stuff. So, not too complicated. Just making the machines is probably the hardest part. But we're basically moving our IC2 stuff out here. But I do have everything in this room too. I just remade everything. Remade all the stuff that we really needed. Okay. So, we needed iron. That I need to know. That I know. Iron. Okay, so iron is good to go. We need the raw crystal memory. We can make one. That's all we really need for right now is one. Go in there. Wow, that happened so fast. So crystal memory is empty. Let's make some iridium. We have enough shards to make iridium. I wonder, can we replicate the shards? I don't know. We're going to just try and replicate the actual iridium itself. Does that not craft like that? Oh, it has to go in a compressor. That's correct. Yeah, it's compressed. That's why it's not working. There we go. So it's going to compress up our iridium shards into an iridium. Fun. Okay. But then we're going to have to wait for the pattern to actually process. That's probably going to take a little while. All this stuff takes, like, time. Like, this stuff just takes time. By the way, it did work on the server. Having the server running, the stuff did work. So, no worries on me quitting the pack. As long as it works, I'm happy. We have tons of stuff in here. Look at how much iron we have now. Yeah. 31 diamond. Like, look how much emerald. Like, all this is going to be able to be duplicated anyways. We don't have to go to the nether. Awesome. Like, that's awesome. It's a lot of stuff. And this guy's staying full, so I don't even have to worry about it. It just does its thing now. Awesome. So we can head back. Pop this thing in the scanner. Hopefully we have enough power. I am going to get some iron made up, so I won't have to worry about that too much. I'll get the iron pressed. When it pops in here, I'll just take it. We need a few of these. So that's something that I might change and make it where it just compresses them differently. I don't know. Seems like it's struggling, possibly with power. Yeah, it's struggling. Oh well. We'll throw those in there. Flip the lever on. That'll give us a few. We need 19. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and change the way this is working. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's just disable that for now. And we'll worry about that separately. I just need this. I need these pressed up. And looks like we can... Right about there. It's staying good? Okay. So yeah, this is using a lot of fuel. Most of the power, though, is still charging this thing up. But a lot of the power is going in here. So just... It's crazy. A lot of power. Alright, so we need to set this up. This is also gaining power. Let's give it a crystal memory. And let's give it this to process. So it's going to take a while. As you can see, 1, 2, it's going pretty slow. It's also losing power here. I think I can take a lever and shut this machine off. This is what's consuming most of our power. So this should go back up, right? not, because this is filling up. Okay, well, they'll both fill up. This shouldn't take that long. But this is how our pattern's going to work. We'll put our pattern in here, then we'll put our pattern in our storage. And import from crystal, and we'll basically import our pattern. Then we'll be able to see our pattern inside of our replicator. And yeah, that's when this is going to be fun. We're going to see how much UU matter stuff actually costs. Oh, fun. So, this is all new to me. I'm new at replicating items through IC2. This is completely new to me. But I do know we're going to need Iridium. So, I know I need to get this stuff processing. Because we need reinforced plates, which require 4 Iridium apiece. And then the atomic... I think this is used for the atomic calculator. Right? Turbine... rotor shaft, the liquid heat exchanger. Wonder what that is going to be. Thermal evaporation controller. And these are used for a lot of stuff. Okay, cloaking device from Tech Reborn. Energy flow. I think it's mostly used to get into... Okay, it's used for the quantum suit. Which is nice. The neutron reflectors, hybrid solar panels. So it's definitely used for the hybrid solar panel. This requires radiant glass, which requires uranium. Huh. Just kind of seeing how expensive this... Oh, this one's not bad at all. Ooh, that. Yeah, we don't have access to this. Because we need access to this guy. And what does this require? Okay, that's not expensive. These aren't expensive. There we go. Okay, so we're probably going to work towards this. Yeah. Making the uranium ingots is not hard. We have a bunch of uranium. Making the glass. Okay, that's not hard. The neutron reflectors. You know, honestly, that's not bad. As long as we get the iridium enforced plate. Then we'll be working towards the molecular transformer. Awesome. That runs off of EU, I bet, too. Alright, energy loss. That's not looking good. As long as our plates are ready, we can probably hook the other one up, and that'll probably fix that problem. So, where's our plates? 21 plates in here. 14. What's going on? Okay. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to happen. I need 4 of these rods. So we're just gonna need to throw this stuff in here. Oh, fun. Yeah, we're running out of power with our scanner. We just need more uranium. And then I could just jump it up again. I'm sure we have uranium in our other one as well. But these guys, let's process. Honestly, these are meant to run with this guy on as well. But it looks like we're going to have that problem. I might want to also hook this guy. Oh, no, it's doing a pretty good job. Yeah, this guy's full, so this guy's going to start working right. Awesome. Well, we're doing pretty good then. This guy's going to take a long time to heat up, so we're not going to see any fuel rods anytime soon, so I'm not too concerned yet. But as long as we get some stuff here, I wonder, with these guys depleted... Yeah, no, we can't. I was thinking we could probably put them in here, depleted, and have those in there as well. And it would just use that fuel, but faster, but I kind of want to keep it even. With this guy turned off, I'm really wondering how much... Okay, save. Okay, it requires 120 millibuckets. Put that in there. So iridium ore requires 120 millibuckets energy, 0 EU. So it doesn't require any energy. So we can pump this in here. It's going to require 0 energy. It's just going to require the mill buckets of stuff. Huh. Can we do a single run? So, EU is filling up. It requires 0 EU. It's filling up with UU. Requires no energy, though. That's strange. Okay, so it's actually working. It's replicating. It's just draining our UU. It's draining 120 millibuckets, which is kind of a lot. I mean, we have a bunch of scrap now. I wonder. Wait, I can open these, right? What all stuff are we getting? Did I see emeralds out of those? I just thought I saw emeralds. I did see emeralds. What? That's awesome. Everything else I don't really care about, but I thought I seen emeralds. I was like, what? No way. Sweet. I wonder what all you can get out of scrap boxes, I guess. There's these tin cans. I'm not sure what those are actually used for. Oh well, I can just scrap all this stuff. It's not a big deal. I'll keep the emerald though. And yeah, I'll go the iron ore. I don't care about that. Cook steak and bread. Food. Huh. I have these because I'm using them to run these guys. Like move in and out. Okay. So if I sound like I'm rambling, it's because I don't know too much about this mod. I really don't know too much. I know we can start... I wonder, if I import and I take this out... This is saved in there, right? Can I clear this? Can I use the same memory? Or do I need to leave this in here? Might need to leave it in there. Sweet, we have a copied... Oh, didn't it consumed... Ah, I see. It does consume your item when you put it in here. So, we're gonna need... How many was it for our next thing? It requires 4 of them per plate. So 4 of these to get 1 iridium reinforced plate. 1 of those. Iridium ingots are used for stuff as well. Who would make iridium bars? Why? Okay. So these are used for these. And the molecular transformer, yeah, this guy. Everything else looks fine on this. It's copper. So these are really easy to make. The thickened... The irradiant glass is just a bit expensive. And a little bit crafty. Okay, I think we can make that. Let's get... Four of these. So it just takes a little bit of time. No EU though. That's surprising. I wonder if all the stuff's like that. Alright, do we have enough now? We do. Okay. So we need 19 of these. And we need 4 of those. I'm not sure of a way to get this to automatically put these in the right location. Don't know how I'm supposed to do that. Perfect, now it's up and running. So these things should be running really fast. This doesn't matter, but I can turn this on. And now we're going to be processing this stuff a lot faster. Awesome. And these guys are filled up. Yeah, well, what is this? Single-use battery. Oh, we got something like this. What is this? You get them from scrap boxes. What else do you get from scrap boxes? So you can get cake, ender pearls, single-use batteries, which I'm guessing just have a little bit of power in them. Like if I put them, I put the battery in here. Oh, it does. It consumes it. I was going to say it. Yeah, that's what it does. Okay, so I'm gonna let this run. We're gonna need to get some things. By the way, the CF sprayer does things like this. Like it'll put blocks in front of you if you just spray it out normally. I've made that mistake while I was making those blocks. Alright, so we can also scan some other things. Let's see, do we have... what's it called? Crystal raw... Crystal memory. We only have enough to make this, so we need more silicon dioxide. Correct. Silicon dioxide. Need more of you. And that will allow us to make more of those. Then we can like duplicate other items. So things like our, let's see, what are they called? Where are they at? These machine chassis. It doesn't tell us we can, but we can. They can be analyzed. We just need that crystal memory in there to get that working. By the way, as long as this is running by itself, I want to keep an eye on my machine over here. When this kicks on, it still looks good, right? Still looks great. Okay, so I'm not worried about this like I was before. Okay. We should be getting some of that. We have 4? I don't think that's enough. I think it requires 5. Right, 5 of those. We'll keep the chassis on us. It is the raw crystal. It requires 5. We probably have one by now. Awesome. Another raw crystal memory. Let's go try this out. We will analyze this thing and probably consume it, but I hate when that happens. There we go. It'll probably consume it, but it's not that big of a deal. There's really no way to upgrade the amount of power that this thing can store. But it does scan it. I wonder if it does require power for this, though, where this one doesn't. I need 4 of these. We should have enough EU. Or enough EU matter. These are just producing as much as it can. It's like every box equals 1 UU matter. So this is going down faster than it can bring it up, but all in all, this is just how you replicate stuff. As you notice, I did make another reactor. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, I'm making about 800 EU a tick at the moment, with no real storage. So I probably need to get a storage buffer or something. I don't know. I don't know if I really need it. Just as long as these continue running, this is going to use as much power as it's being given. So I don't know if that's even necessary. If we put this at the end of the line, it'll be reduced. So like, this will accept all the power that it can. This will accept all the power that it can. Then we can put this at the end, and that might work. I'm not sure. You guys can let me know if this is as far as you guys have gotten in your pack. Let me know. Like, let me know how far you guys are, and if you guys are enjoying this stuff. Because this is pretty crazy. Yeah, this is getting intense for me. A lot of technical stuff that I'm not too familiar with. But I'm becoming familiar with it. At least now I know how to work immersive or work industrial craft. Up to this point, I've never had to do that before. So we can get one more, and getting that iridium plate, man, that'll be nice. That'll allow us to get that transformer. What's that thing called? I guess we can search it through here. Iridium, it's part of this, and it's on the last page. What is this used for? This. And what does this do? Okay, so this can do a lot of things. It can turn lapis into sapphires for Tech Reborn. Look how much EU that requires. It can turn yellow wool into glowstone. Look how much EU that requires. Okay, it can turn red wool into redstone. It can turn tin into silver. Okay, you can turn wither skeletons into nether stars. Whoa, that is a lot of EU. I mean, I guess before we make this, we should probably make the solar generator or the solar panel. Man. Okay, what are some useful things? Like making clay, but are other things doing that for us? We're gonna need it for this. The sonarium part. We could turn iron into iridium without UU matter. So that is also an option. Okay, industrial diamond can be turned into a diamond. Make gunpowder, silver. Nothing that interesting. Chromium might be something that we have to have this for. Turn blue wool. You turn that into an actual coal. This is how you'd make industrial diamond. Okay. Okay. Well, we should have enough to do that. The solar panel. I think this was used for the solar panel. Was it this that used for the solar panel? Yes. So we're gonna need 8 for the solar panel. The hybrid solar panel will make 8. But we need that already. Okay, yeah, the only way to get this... The only way to get this thing... Yeah, is this. So we're gonna have to have the molecular transformer anyways before we can even do anything. So I do have enough to get that up and running. Just we won't have time to craft it today. Did this thing done. Okay, this requires 8.84 millibuckets. Okay. That's a weird number. Well, let's save it. And how does this work? We put another one in here. I don't know how that works. So currently we have this crystal memory, which is machine chassis. Ah. Now we can go back and forth. Okay. So I don't think we have to have these things in here. So here's the machine chassis. This. What's it waiting on? Is it oh, we have to have the disc in there? No? What's it waiting for? Power? Shows it doesn't require any power. Maybe it requires power just to make these things, just to run. Wonder why it says waiting though. Stop. Requires 8.84. That's not bad. That's not very many. Not much. So we can probably make these pretty fast. That'll make life a little bit easier. Awesome. Yeah, these guys are just running as fast as they can. Like, this is producing as fast as it can. Probably gonna run out of scrap boxes. I better put these back in there. I think 10 was enough. Or 12 was? I think it was 11. Yeah, 11 was how many I needed. I don't know what it's waiting for, but I'll figure it out soon. Well, if you guys enjoyed this episode, I know it was a bit different than our normal episodes, but I kind of wanted to explain a little bit of what I've done. This takes a lot of time for me to do off camera, so a lot of my time is being filled up with that. I don't really want to do too many videos more on this stuff. I know I'm going to have to make a few more things, but other than that, I'm about done with this part. It looks like we're going to be moving on from it. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I don't know. I know we have to make some more stuff that requires EU, so we'll be making more EU power, but I know we'll be moving to some more power, more RF power soon. So, if you guys enjoyed this episode, like I said, please don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and as always, thanks for watching.